Hello and welcome to our channel, Discover History. Today I would like to show you some posters. They're all wartime posters. I've got a couple of original ones. Most of them are actually replica ones, and they're the ones that we use for living history, where we can go and put them on walls wherever we're performing from, to set the scene, make it look all 1940s. I will add at this point the famous one saying keep calm and carry on. Interesting fact, it was never used during the war, probably down to the fact that most people were staying calm and carrying on anyway, basically, so there was probably no need to put that poster out there. Now, the reason for doing this is for two reasons, really. One is we need to look at the past because we can learn from our ancestors. But the other one is someone that I know very well called Martin Humby, who has been putting posters on his Facebook wall. So it gave me the incentive to go, that's not a bad idea. I have a lot of posters. So here's the first one, and it's the most relevant one that we've got at the moment. And even if I just start with the first line, I'm sure everyone will be able to continue the strapline of the poster. And here it is, and I'm sure most people have seen this one, and it's the famous one, as it says, coughs and sneezes. You said it, didn't you? Spreads diseases. It's one of the most iconic posters, and it has been used recently. The strapline, that is, coughs and sneezes, spreads diseases. Make sure, as it says in this poster, you catch it in a handkerchief and you throw it away. And that is really important, especially in the current climate. So make sure you do that. Very simple things that will stop the virus that we've got at the moment from spreading. Are you ready for the next one? Because these are all topical and they're all useful facts that was around 70 odd years ago. So another famous one, dig for victory. This continued after the war. For example, in 1945 and 1946, the Women's Institute carried out what was called Operation Produce, and it was a big campaign for people to grow their own. People often think the Women's Institute, or the WI, was there purely for jam and Jerusalem. They are very, very wrong. They were mainly dealing with allotment gardening. So how can we learn from this? Well, you can plant all sorts of vegetables in small areas, to be fair. Some people during the war did plant tomatoes, for example, in window boxes. You can also plant, we've just started, lettuce, for example. That can be grown in little flower pots in a very, very small garden. So everyone can do their bit. Everyone can feed themselves instead of going out and panic buying. Right, next one. Another topical one for everyone. Better potluck with Churchill today than humble pie under Hitler tomorrow. Don't waste food. That is a really important one. I think most people who a week or 2 weeks ago who have decided to panic buy and hoard food, which went on in 1914, went on in 1939, most people are probably throwing most of that food away. If you have food, and not saying that you've stockpiled, but you have food, please don't waste it. Even bird tables are quite happy to have scraps from the dinner table. Very important one. Don't waste food. Are you ready for the next one? Because they're all topical. As I said, they're topical, but they're wartime posters. Tell nobody, not even her. Careless talk costs lives. The internet, in particular social media like Facebook and Twitter, is full of a lot of rubbish at the moment. Please take advice from the government sites only, or the NHS sites. There's a lot of shares all over social media showing panic buying here, panic buying there, empty shelves there, all sorts of advice that you shouldn't actually be following. So let's stop all that. Careless talk costs lives. These are all posters from the war that are actually useful even in the modern day. And then one final one I'll give you, which I think is quite useful. It's about the United Nations, but at the end of the day, look at that opening title at the top and the flags. United. The coronavirus can be beaten if we follow the advice from the government. At the moment, we should all be staying in. Stay at home, save the NHS, save the vulnerable. Very important poster yet again. Anyway, it's a shorter video today, hopefully. I'm not counting, but there is a task for you. This is for children, but adults can play it as well. It's something that's been around for a fairly long time, Victorian if not earlier, definitely played with by children during the war, and it's a game that you can make. So you need to get together the following items. Are you ready? This will be done tomorrow night. So you need paper of different colours. If you are having 5 people play this game, you need 5 colours. If we have 3 people playing the game, we have 3 colours. So it's an easy one. You need 3 pieces of paper. A4 is probably the best, to be fair. You also need a newspaper, 1 per person. So as well as having the 3 coloured bits of paper, you also need 3 newspapers. Or the alternative, 1 newspaper and then share the pages out, just so you have something that's rolled up like that. And then finally, a pair of scissors and a pen. So all you need to get, 3 or more sheets of different coloured paper, depending on how many's playing, a pen, a pair of scissors and a newspaper, or 3 newspapers, 4 newspapers, depending on how many's playing. Have those items tomorrow, and we may do an earlier one, maybe lunchtime, and then you can spend the rest of the day, if you follow our advice, spend the rest of the day playing this game. So make sure you disappear, go out and get those things, and watch the video tomorrow. We'll try and do an earlier one, so you can all have the afternoon playing games after your Sunday lunch. Anyway, stay safe everyone. Hope you enjoyed this. Definitely let us know, either on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram even. Let us know what you want us to do next. Maybe some more information about buildings in Worcester, maybe some more advice on family history, or more things to do whilst you're locked away. Let us know. See you soon. Bye.